Hello, good evening. This is Malshani Gamagli with Prime TV News. Details of news after these headlines. European Union against the death penalty. Sri Lanka and India agree on a joint program to control drugs and human smuggling. Grade 5 scholarship examination is no more compulsory. Mathura Beliyatha train makes its maiden journey. And in news overseas, missile explosion leads to a deadly stampede in a Yemeni school. And now the news in detail. The European Union says that although initiatives should be taken on the control of drugs, it is not appropriate to implement the death penalty. This has been mentioned in a joint statement issued by the European Union with the consent of several embassies. This consensus has been expressed by embassies of France, Germany, Italy, the Netherlands, Romania, the United Kingdom, Norway, Switzerland, Australia and Canada. Combating the proliferation of drugs is a serious challenge for countries around the world. Action to counter the illicit drug trade is important and necessary. However, the joint statement said that the evidence does not support the argument that the death penalty is an effective deterrent. It said that they are ready to share their experiences in addressing the threat posed by drugs. It mentioned that more than two-thirds of countries around the world with a variety of legal systems, traditions, cultures and religious backgrounds have either abolished the death penalty or do not practice it. The death penalty is an unacceptable denial of human dignity and integrity. It is the opinion of the European Union that the death penalty is a punishment that does not recognize human dignity. It calls on the Sri Lankan government to maintain its moratorium on the death penalty in line with its vote at the 73rd United Nations General Assembly in December 2018. India and Sri Lanka have agreed to work on a new cooperative agreement to control the illegal drug trafficking and human smuggling. This agreement was reached after discussions between the President and the Indian Defence Secretary, who is on a tour of Sri Lanka, took place. Indian Defence Secretary Sanjay Mitra, who is on a visit to Sri Lanka, met President Maithripala Sirisena at the President's official residence this morning. During their meeting, special attention was drawn to working with a wide awareness on illegal drug trafficking and human smuggling on behalf of regional security and consensus within the Indo-Sri Lanka cooperation. The visiting Indian Defence Secretary took cognizance of the request made by the President to further enhance training opportunities for the local troops. The President also thanked the Indian government for the training opportunities provided to the local troops. At the meeting, the President and the Indian Defence Secretary exchanged views necessary to further strengthen cooperation between the two countries. It was agreed at this meeting for the Defence Secretaries of both countries to meet to implement the decisions reached during the talks. The Education Ministry has emphasized that hitherto it is not mandatory for students to sit the Grade 5 scholarship examination. Education Minister Akhila Viraj Karyavasam said that the circular concerned has been issued. The examination was initially introduced to grant scholarships to students from low-income families and to provide them opportunities to enter central colleges with more facilities and also to select students for Grade 6. But the examination has now become stressful to the students, devoid of the basic objectives of its conduct. It is the opinion of educationalists, child psychologists, pediatric specialists and other experts that the examination causes unnecessary stress to the children. They have pointed out that tuition classes further depress the students and their mentality towards competitive examinations, hindering their socialization process. The circular mentions that no influences should be made on the students in any form, as the examination has been made non-compulsory, taking this situation into consideration. Accordingly, the students will be able to decide on their own or with their parents' consent whether they will sit the examination. Additionally, the circular states that based on the results of the Grade 5 scholarship examination, advertising campaigns such as poster banners should not be displayed to promote competition. The failure of the Grade 5 scholarship examination is a great psychological crisis. The Scholarship Review Committee has pointed out that the examination adversely affects in developing their human qualities. Taking these factors into consideration, the circular has been issued mentioning that the scholarship is not mandatory. In the meantime, the circular states that when admitting students to the 6th grade, taking donations or any gifts except the approved fees, such as facilities and services fee and the School Development Society fee, is strictly prohibited. The circular has emphasized that it is also strictly forbidden to charge or donate funds other than facilities and service fees and School Development Society's fees. Marking another milestone in the history of Sri Lanka's railway transport service, the Mathura-Beliata rail track was opened today. The opening took place under the patronage of Ministers Arjuna Ranatunga and Mangala Samaravira. The rail track from Mathura to Beliata is the first stage of extending the coastal rail track from Mathura to Kataragama. Ministers Mangala Samaravira and Arjuna Ranatunga, State Ministers Ashoka Besingha and Dilip Vedarachi, as well as parliamentarians Nimal Siripala de Silva, Chamal Rajapaksha and Mahinda Amaravira joined in the occasion. The distinguished guests, after purchasing the first tickets from the Mathura station to Beliata, commenced their journey after engaging in religious observances. Construction of the rail track from Mathura to Kataragama was launched in the year 1991 by former President Ranasinghe Premadasa. The foundation stone with respect to this work is still visible at the Mathura railway station. There are 6 railway stations from Mathura to Beliata. They are the Piladuwa, Weherahena, Kakanadura, Bambaranda, Veurukannala and Beliata stations. The Piladuwa railway station was opened by Minister Mangala Samaravira. Among those present on the occasion were Minister Arjuna Ranatunga, State Minister Ashoka Besingha and former Transport Minister Nimal Siripala de Silva. The opening of the Kakanudura railway station took place with the participation of many public representatives, including Ministers Mangala Samaravira and Arjuna Ranatunga. 7 trains will start running from the Beliata railway station. 1 train will operate up to Gaul and 4 trains to Maradana. The other 2 trains will operate to Jaffna and Vaunia. 6 trains will begin their journey from the Beliata railway station and the destination of 5 of them is Maradana. 1 train will run to Vaunia. The Watagama Bridge, the longest railway bridge in Sri Lanka, is found along the Mathura-Beliata rail track. Its length is 1,500 meters. Noteworthy is the location of the second longest railway bridge along this track. Built across the Nilvala River, the length of the bridge is 1,400 meters. The highest bridge to be located from the ground is found along this track in the Veheragoda area. It is situated at a height of 61 feet. The underground railway tunnel located near the Kakanadura railway station is also the longest railway tunnel located in the island. Its length is 2,017 feet. Also, the Beliata station is the longest railway station in the island. It is adding these special features to the railway history that the Mathura-Beliata railway track was opened today. Meanwhile, special transport services to the people leaving for their hometowns in view of the Sinhala and Tamil New Year is operative from today. Authorities claim that accordingly, special train services are also operative from today. More information can be accessed over our website www.itnnews.lk. Minister Ravi Karunanayake has said that measures have been taken to add 500 megawatts of power at a minimum price. The minister emphasized that the electricity bill at the domestic level will not be increased. A special discussion on the current electricity field was held under the patronage of the minister. The discussion was attended by heads of media institutions. Further expressing views at this discussion, the minister mentioned that attempts would be made to reduce the electricity prices within the next 2 years. The minister said that no permission will be granted to increase the electricity bill. He said that his battle is to generate electricity at the lowest price and pass on that benefit to the consumers. This will be done as soon as possible. He added that it is not an election pledge. Minister Patali Champika Ranawaka has said that lands within the Colombo harbour are fully owned by Sri Lanka. Addressing a workshop held in Kandy, the minister said that a new administrative unit is to be set up in order to handle matters pertaining to the Colombo port city. Minister Patali Champika Ranawaka said that the port city will operate as a free trade zone. It will not fall under the purview of the Colombo Municipal Council. He also noted that an international hospital, school, conference hall, a park and a yacht marina will be set up on 4 plots of land in this area by 2024. He pointed out that the port city land has been divided into 74 plots. Minister Ranawaka also said that the necessary laws pertaining to the port city will be prepared by Parliament in May. The minister added that measures would be taken to gazette this land as a part of Sri Lanka and establish it under the Urban Development Authority. 2 more suspects apprehended with Makhandura Madush in Dubai were deported to the country last night. Police said that the duo, 37-year-old Mohammad Nazim Mohammad Faisal, a resident of Maligawata, and 30-year-old Mohammad Muffar Mohammad Jabir, a resident of Colombo 10, were deported from Dubai last night. They were detained by the CID on their arrival at the Katnayaka International Airport. The second program of Rata Venuwen Ekata Sitimu, Stand Together for the Country, national program implemented by the Presidential Task Force, commenced in the Batticaloa district today. Various programs centering on its 14 divisional secretariats will be operative until the 12th of this month. Today's program commenced with the cleaning of the Kalladi beach. On the sidelines, various programs were launched within 14 divisional secretariat divisions in the Batticaloa district. Presidential Chief of Staff H.A.M. Hitisekara said that this program provides services in the Grama Shakti program, small-scale agriculture assistance project, food production, national drug prevention, Save the Children program, welfare of war heroes, chronic disease and kidney disease prevention, dengue prevention, national environmental conservation, social welfare, land title deeds, obtaining national identity cards, rehabilitation and clean drinking water supply. The program, which continues for 5 days, will have a ceremonial conclusion under the patronage of President Maithripala Sirisena on April 12th. Veteran musician H.M. Jayawardena has passed away. The musician had been receiving treatment at the Colombo South Teaching Hospital in Kalubovila when he passed away.
Gangav mamai atadinama sayura dakinnam gandelvari.
H.M. Jayawardena was a recognized musician, music composer and a music director. He had composed for many recognized artists such as Pandit W.D. Amaradeva and Victor Ratnayaka. Jayawardena was the father of renowned musician Kasun Kalhara and the husband of late veteran singer Malani Bulat Sinhala. Showers or thunder showers have been forecast to occur at several places in Sabaragamuwa, Central, Southern, Western and Uva provinces and in Anuradhapura and Vavuniya districts after 2 p.m. The Department of Meteorology said that afterwards it will spread to the Eastern province. The Met Department said that misty conditions can be expected at some places in Western, Sabaragamuwa and Central provinces during the morning. There may be temporary localized strong winds during thunder showers. The public have been advised to take adequate precautions to minimize damages caused by lightning activity. On the apparent northward relative motion of the sun, it is going to be directly over the latitudes of Sri Lanka during 5th to 15th of April this year. Showers or thunder showers are likely to occur at a few places in the southeastern sea areas in the evening or night. The Department of Meteorology forecast mainly fair weather to prevail over the other sea areas around the island. Winds will be southwesterly or variable in direction, and the speed will be 15 to 25 kilometers per hour in the sea areas around the island. It is Biz News next. Sri Lanka's apparel sector, which has an ambitious export target of $8 billion by 2025, is working to expand its global footprint by aggressively competing in emerging markets and widening its presence in non-traditional countries. The Joint Apparel Association Forum said it will be vigorously exploring upscaling market access with a bigger share in emerging markets such as India, China and Brazil. It is important to consider the entire world as its market rather than depending on a few countries to expand the market share in terms of value and volume. It said it will be differentiating products with quality standards and excellent product delivery to capture global demand. Last year, apparel exports grew 5% and an annual compound growth rate of more than 6% is expected to be achieved this year.
The benchmark oil share price index lost 25.9 points to close at 5,595.46, while the S&P Sri Lanka 20 index lost 21.39 points to close at 2,721.08. The turnover was 690.42 million rupees, with 23.5 million shares changing hands in 2,112 trades. The market capitalization at the end of the day was 2,625.21 billion rupees. Top 5 gainers of the day were Blue Diamonds, Asia Siaka Commodities, Malbata Valley Plantations, Dolphin Hotels, and H&B non-voting, while the top 5 losers were Prince Care, Sunshine Holdings, Corner Plantations, Bhagwan Taravati Estates, and Unisys Engineering. Today's foreign purchases were 545.7 million rupees and foreign sales were 579.98 million rupees. There were 3 crossings today and the crossing turnover was 239.1 million rupees.